I always trusted people more than I should, especially her. My girlfriend, Vanessa, said she was flying to Chicago for a business trip. But when you work as head of airport security like I do, lies don't survive long. And when I checked those cameras, let's just say she wasn't traveling for business. She was the business. My name is Gary, 34 years old, and I work as a security officer at Denver International Airport. It's not glamorous, but it's honest work, the kind that keeps you sharp and pays the bills. Vanessa and I had been together for almost 4 years. She's a marketing executive, classy, confident, the kind of woman who walks into a room and everyone stops talking. We met when I helped her recover a lost suitcase 2 years ago. She said she liked my honesty and quiet strength. I said she smiled too much for someone living in this cold world. We clicked instantly. Life was steady. We had our routines, Friday dinners, weekend hikes, late-night movies. She'd talk about building a future together, maybe getting a condo in the city once her company promoted her. But then, one night, she got a call. Her face changed mid-conversation. She said her company needed her in Chicago for an urgent client presentation. I kissed her goodbye the next morning, but something felt off. She packed too light for a 3-day trip, and she wore her favorite red dress, the one she saved for anniversaries. The first red flag came when she stopped replying to my texts that evening. Usually Vanessa couldn't go an hour without sending a selfie or a miss you message. Instead, I got silence. I told myself, she's busy, Gary, don't overthink it. But at work the next day, during my shift at the airport control room, I saw something that froze my blood. One of the overnight staff mentioned they'd seen Vanessa pass through the security line, but not alone. I pulled up the camera feeds, trying to stay calm. It's against policy to access footage for personal reasons, but curiosity and suspicion are dangerous combinations. When I finally found her, walking hand in hand with a man in a tailored suit, I felt my world collapse. They weren't colleagues. They were laughing, holding each other like two people who had secrets written all over their skin. And the worst part? She kissed him before boarding the flight. I wanted to believe it wasn't her. Maybe I was misreading the footage. Maybe it was a coincidence, but I couldn't shake the truth I'd just seen. So I checked the destination logs for that flight. It wasn't Chicago. It was Las Vegas. She had lied to my face. For 3 years, I'd protected travelers from lies and danger, but I couldn't protect myself from the woman sleeping beside me. When she got back 3 days later, she brought souvenirs and a fake smile. "Long trip," she said, dropping her suitcase on the couch. Client loved the campaign. I didn't confront her. Not yet, because revenge is better served when they think they've gotten away with it. Over the next few weeks, I gathered everything I needed, not to ruin her life, but to make her see what betrayal feels like when it turns back around. Vanessa had been applying for a transfer within her company, one that required a clean professional image and a background check. So I anonymously sent her company's HR department a photo dump of her Vegas business trip, courtesy of airport security footage and public hotel snapshots she didn't know I could find. She didn't lose her job, but that promotion, gone. Then came the poetic part. A month later, I ran into the same man from the footage at the airport. He was with another woman, wedding ring gleaming on his finger. So I printed the still image of him kissing Vanessa and left it inside his jacket pocket during the security check. You could say karma had TSA clearance that day. Vanessa called me crying weeks later, said she was so sorry, that it didn't mean anything, and that she was just confused. But I wasn't confused anymore. I'd spent too long being the man who protected everyone but himself. So I let her talk, and then I said, "Next time you fly out, make sure you don't do it under my watch." Now, I've transferred to Seattle. Fresh start, new skies. I still work in airport security, but I don't check the cameras for lies anymore. I've learned that when someone hides their truth, it always finds its own flight path back. Lies have a way of boarding the wrong plane, and when they land, they crash everything in their path. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real-life stories of heartbreak, revenge, and transformation.